When I was hanging out in Chicago, I went to this place called Rosa's Lounge. If you've been shy, you should check it out. And there I met Sugar Blue. You heard Sugar Blue?
Yep.
It's the man. The harmonica lesson for Sugar Blue. You took me down in the basement of Rosa's Lounge between sets, where you taught me how to French kiss the harp, to slide my tongue between and into its tin holes, searching for the right notes, sucking in the tin and copper of the silver-plated Honer Special 20. How the real blues claims every inch of the hungry mouth, the tongue's tip, its flattened sides, the lush purple veins of its underbelly, how the most sincere notes sneak out between tongue and cheek, and how their tremolo tastes sweeter, louder, coming into the mouth than leaving. I was a virgin to the ways of the diatonic moan. I was pinching the blues between my lips like a schoolgirl in a blind date kiss with a stranger from the wrong side of the track. I didn't know how to take the blues deep into my mouth like a bit. How to let it ride me till I landed someplace beyond the border of hurt, but I was gonna learn somehow. And if it wasn't you, if it wasn't the royal line of Muddy Waters harpmen and thin ties and tight shoes from Sonny to Walter to Wells, if it wasn't the Chicago police in my rear view on a frostbitten night with outstanding warrants and a quarter to fill, I was gonna learn by standing on the Chicago Metro tracks the first time a woman told me she wouldn't be home till morning. I'd be a needle in a railroad groove about to play that song back a dozen times to any other woman's ear. And I don't know if your lesson was before in a bed in intensive care. I don't know how long it took you to crawl back to wherever the blues had left you, whether you were even able to kick Miss C to the curb for good. But I know that the harp was keeping you alive, that you were floating in its river, extending a hand from its water, teaching me how to breathe the old songs, to Bible up on the inhales and exhales of all the Sonnies and Walters and Juniors because they played it right. And when I drew the breaths of their songs, I was drawing some ancestor's life, about as close as any blues man can get to heaven, about as hard as he can ever hope to pray. But what is prayer anyway? These days, for me, it's a plea to write a poem and play the harp once a day until the pieces of me that I lost and all my old lovers find a way back. And if I play the song long enough, it'll cut the ache down like whiskey and weed until I forget enough to remember just enough to build a bridge out of the thin air it takes to blow a harp or read this poem aloud, and tell you that some small piece of that lesson stuck with me all the way up to now. A moment when I can finally say, I'm about as old as you were that night, beneath the feet of the drinkers at Rosa's, when you shared a secret with me about how to breathe. And I'm still trying to teach my tongue all the ways in and out of the harp, the ways to make each note build up on itself, how to find the right notes and the right words. I carry a harp in a pocket at all times, a shiny talisman to shake my wind.